right, welcome to another beautiful day on the water. Today we're going to go over a really challenging activity that a lot of people struggle with, especially when you're new into boating, and that is getting in and out of a slip in a marina. A lot of people struggle. There's a lot of wind, there's a lot of current that always causes havoc, especially in the afternoon in coastal towns when the wind is really ripping. So today we're going to go over some of the basics. We're going to go over the cast method of getting in and out of a slip. We'll go over what that means real quick. The C is conditions. We're going to look at the conditions. A is we're going to have an aim point for where we're going to put the stern of the boat. S is going to be our speed, and then the second S, we're going to identify a safe zone so that if we need to back out, if we miss into the slip, we know exactly where to go, where we're not going to get blown around by the wind, and we'll go from there. We'll get out there, we're going to go to Marina and get the drone launched, and we'll see how we do. All right, guys, so here we go. We're gonna ratchet up the complexity a little bit, a lot tighter in here. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go a little bit quicker, just so the video isn't 15 minutes long or 20 minutes long, however comes. We're gonna do our cast. So really quick, we're gonna do our conditions. Which way is the wind gonna blow now as we come in to our slip? It looks like on the big flag, you can see it's blowing right on my bow. However, when you get in tight, some of the other flags are doing a little bit different. So it's always important, you want to use your big reference, and then you also want to get some local flags to tell you what it's doing at your slip, at or near your slip. Cool. Tide hasn't changed, so we're about mid-tide here, and that's our conditions. A is going to be aim point. So as I come in here, I'm going to start to identify, okay, where is my aim point? Now this one's a little bit tricky because it's not straight off my bow or straight off my stern. It's going to be on my port beam. So I'm going to identify the most logical aim point, the upward pile. So I have that in my head, I can see it, which is perfect. And then our first S is speed. The wind kind of dies in here, so it's actually going to be low speed, not going to be too much speed. And then our second is going to be safe zone, which I'm sitting in right now. Again, the wind is coming off kind of my port bow, port beam. So again, I'm going to be on the windward side of the channel. That way, if I need to take a break, I need to rest, I can come here, I can sit here, and there's no issues. So this is obviously much more tight. There's much more propeller sticking out of the water. No big deal. We're going to take it nice and easy. Again, we're going to try to drive up into the wind where possible. Now, because the wind has shifted on me, I need to get my stern, because I'm going to go stern in, into the wind. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a K-turn. Again, the wind right now is off my port bow. I'm going to go stern in. So if I tried to just go stern in like this, I would be getting pushed by the wind, thus out of control. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a K-turn. So I'm going to put my bow all the way up into the wind. Very good, just like that. Again, bopping it forward, bopping it reverse. Use all of the small space that we have. Don't be afraid to put your bow right on either the propeller. You're not going to hit it. You're all under control. Bopping it forward, bopping it in reverse. You can turn around in about the length of your boat. Cool. Good. Not going to gain too much momentum. Awesome. Okay, so now we're oriented where I want to go. I'm going to be driving upwind with my stern. Identifying my upwind pile. I have it in my head here. Cool. And as I'm looking back, right, there's nothing in front of me that I can hit. I have that pile in my head, aiming for that pile, not even looking at the downward. Cool. I'm gonna come up. Now that wind is starting to affect my bow, right? So as you come in, you've got to make sure that you're getting that bow around. That's where the speed comes in. Okay, I'm gonna start bringing myself in. I'm gonna slow my momentum down a little bit. Getting a little too hot. Cool. Come in nice and easy. Just small bumps. That wind is affecting me, but it's only going to push me downwind, which I know, which is why I aim for the upwind pile. Now I'm in. Perfect. I'm going to get my bow straight. And that is it. And that is how you get in nice and easy. Little bits of speed, little bits of momentum, forward, neutral, reverse, neutral, drive slow, crash slow, have the right speed for what you're doing.